Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I am a little late on my Creepy 13, but I got it done. Just running a little late. Wasn't expecting my love to be sick when I got home from out of town this week, but I'm getting everything done. But this is my Creepy 13, and just going to show you a few things that I used and tell you what I did and show you. I use this amazing punch. It is from Stampin' Up. Not sure if it's still available, but it is my go-to bat punch, and it really glares, so I'm going to set this aside. And I also use the Folk Art Metallic with my handy dandy brush, and what I did, I just squirted some. I'm not a painter, not an artist. I just like to create, do crafty things. So just squirted a bit, just tapped it in there straight up like this, and then just tapped it on my black bats just to give them a little color, and you'll see that. And this is what I used for the cover. This is Stampin' Up, and they have my favorite cardstock to use if I'm just, making a cover, or if I'm using it, need to make some, my mind went totally blank. Sorry about that. Having troubles this week with thinking of things. So if I just need something that is thick and already colored, Stampin' Up is my go-to cover stock. Just love it. It's amazing. So I used that Perfect Plum. I have no idea if it's available. I think I bought that in 2018. And then for the pages, I used Astrobrite. And Martian Green. How cute. But this is Astrobrite. Martian Green, and bought it a few years back. It was on clearance, so I bought quite a few, and it was like 50 cents for this whole thing. And it is 8 by 11, let's see, 130 sheets. Just paper. You can use it in the copier, but it's a little thicker than regular copy paper. And I use this gorgeous stuff I got at the Dollar Tree. It is so beautiful, sparkly, and just gorgeous netting. Use that, and then maybe I'll need to put this on here so you can see it. This is what I bound my little journal with. Use the lace, black lace, and I use this black lace on the front also. But if you need it to be thinner, then just cut it in half, because it clearly has a line there, which works out nicely. It's really soft too, really soft. Really like those. So here's what I created. I created a little creepy journal, and I usually like more on the gory, creepy side. Creepy cute's okay, but I will do it. But my favorite is scary and spooky and creepy, because I'm not scared of anything. But this is what I made. Here's the cover, and I just used my crocodile, the largest hole, to punch 2 holes, and I just threaded it through and tied a bow on the outside. That's my preferred way of binding things. And there's the pretty orange, the gorgeous orange stuff right on the edges. There's the purple. That's the purple cover. I used that for the cover. And let's see, this, I just took my gold and just flicked it down in there just like that, the same as I do with the bats, and around the edges just to find it a little bit more. There's a purple cardstock under there, there's orange cardstock under here, and I just stamped it with the Harlequin. And this is just a little cheap Temu paper, and I just cut it so you could see the skulls here. But then I also just took my brush and just dipped it into the paint and dipped it off a few times, and just tapped it on there. And the same thing with the black bat, because you can see them a lot better. I just glued them in the middle so they would still look like they were flying. And there's a piece of lace back there. But yes, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And this is a piece of that same lace, and I just glued half of it onto one of the Astrobrite papers. and just flick some gold on the tips of it there. Just thought that looked pretty. So there's my cover, my little creepy journal. I like it. I was really happy with how it came out. And let's go to the inside. And this is another corner of that piece of little cheap Temu paper, but I like the skull there and the little gourds and the pumpkins. And I just cut it around the edges, give a little definition, and just glued one of my bats on there. And I left that with no lines, but this is going to be a mini writing journal, so that's why I chose to stamp my little journal block on most of the pages. And I use mostly scraps. I'm doing an October daily now, and then I have one box that I put my creepy, spooky colors in and patterns. So this orange strip was just a piece of scrap, and I just stamped a web on there and glued it on. So that looks really cute. And that's the web, of course. You see that stamp, and I just barely stamped it on there so I could be able to see to write. And then here's another piece of scrap. This is also from that same page from the front, but those are the bats you can see in the sky. And then I just put one of the bats there. Didn't want to waste any of the bats that I made. And stamped, of course, the journal block. And then there's my Harley Quinn I stamped there, journal blocks. And then another bat I glued on. Then there's another bat, of course. And this is the third stamp. Usually I can stamp twice. When I ink this up, it holds a lot of ink. So that's the third stamp. I just wanted to see if I stamped it just one more time, and it comes out pretty light, which is fine. And this is just a piece of black scrap, and I glued underneath a little piece of lace. So if at some point I want to put a little bulb pin on there, or one of those little teeny tiny Tim Holtz safety pins on there or something, I could. And then this lady sticker I got from some Happy Mail from Martha at Martha Makes Art, I believe her channel's name is. And it came in Happy Mail. It was all white around there, so I did all black around so she would go in my journal. Just took her to the dark side there. Then I love these gates and fences. Just love that. It's little Temu dies, but I have used them and used them and used them. I just really like them. And then there's your little gate into your little graveyard. That's just a little die cut. This is the middle. And there wasn't really any space to stamp my journal block, so no big deal. I may can journal on anyway. I'm terrible with getting to staying in a line. My writing goes up or it goes down, but I'll manage here. Or I could glue something in or put a pocket or anything. And I just love this cake. It just looks goth. So I just glued it on there and put did my little stamping block and another bat, of course. And another bat, stamping block, and then this is just a piece of scrap that I had used to ink up something. It looked nice and grungy already, so I just stamped my spider web on there. Then there's just a piece of black that was a scrap, and a block stamp, and a bat. Another block stamp, and a block stamp, and did my little Harley Quinn there. And then the last page has the stamp block and a bat. And I might put a pocket there. I'm not sure just exactly what I'm going to do, but there it is. There is my little Creepy 13 journal. And it is hosted by Wandering Dreamer 555. Again, this is an open collaboration. Upload something creepy. It does not have to be cards. You can, anything creepy that you want to create, and upload it on the 13th. Just please be sure to tag the host, which is Wandering Dreamer 555, and upload it on the 13th. That way we can all find you and watch your video. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.